Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Donovan, and today we're going to take a look at a pair of true wireless earbuds from a company called Letsfit. So these are available right now on Amazon.com, as you can see right down there, for $40. So a couple things worth mentioning about these true wireless earbuds. Number one, they are featuring Bluetooth 5.0, so the latest Bluetooth connectivity, which means that they are going to hopefully, in theory, stay connected to each other very well. Also, a little bit better range in terms of the connectivity between your earbuds and the actual device that they're connected to. So right now I have them connected up to my Google Pixel 3 XL. Another great thing about Bluetooth 5.0 is the fact that we get stereo not only for music but also for phone calls. So that's not true in some of the older versions of Bluetooth. So with these earbuds you do get stereo phone calls as well. So the person on the other end will hear you through both microphones. So there's a microphone on either earbud, but then also you'll be able to hear them through both earbuds. So that's great as well. So one other thing that's nice about Bluetooth 5.0, which I'll demonstrate right now, is the fact that as soon as you pull them out of the case, they will instantly connect up to whatever device they were most recently connected up to. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that real quick. So it's going to take just a second. So those are magnetized in there, by the way. And you can see actually that was almost immediate. So there they are. They're connected up to the device almost immediately there. And so let's go ahead and just talk about what all these things have to offer. But first, let's just take a look at what you get. So you get the 480 milliamp hour charging case. You can see here the connection points there. Now there's a couple magnets here. Number one, the earbuds themselves will magnetize into the case so they won't fall out. But then also you can see that magnet right there for the case itself, and so it's going to have that nice little click sound, and magnetizes there so that they won't fall out when you have them in there. So that is the charging case. Again, that's 480 milliamp hours, and we'll talk more about battery life in just a little bit. And you can see it comes with a micro USB cable. That's because the charging case is going to charge via micro USB. And just as a quick heads up, it takes about 2 full hours to charge up the charging case. So not super fast, but again, the charging case you're only going to need to charge up not real often, so that's a good thing. Then we also get you get 2 extra tips, so 3 tips total. So these are the little silicone tips you're going to use to keep them in your ears, and also for comfort as well. And then of course the box itself, some instructions. So in terms of, let's just talk about sound quality real quick. So in terms of sound quality, you'd be surprised, these little guys actually have pretty decent sound quality. I've definitely had some true wireless earbuds that had some terrible sound quality, but for $40, these things actually do quite well in my opinion. So I would give them roughly around a 4 out of 5 if I was giving them a rating out of 5 stars. And that's because they do suffer a little bit on the low end. They're not the best on the low end, but mids and highs are pretty good. And overall, just I think a pleasant sound signature. Nothing amazing, so they're not going to blow you away by any means, but still also not bad, especially at $40. So sound quality is pretty darn good. In terms of functionality, let's talk about that next. So in terms of functionality, we just have those 2 buttons on here. There's a couple little LEDs, so there's an LED there, also that little white dot there, LED. Then we have microphones on either earbud. Like I mentioned, you can get dual microphones. That's nice. They block out a little bit of noise in the background when you're making phone calls. So in terms of functionality, again, I have a song already lined up here. So both buttons will work as play pause. So I'll go ahead and hit that, and you'll see that they'll play that music immediately. Go ahead and hit it again, and that's going to pause it. And then a double tap is going to skip to the next song. So I'll double tap it real quick, and you can see it went right up to the next song, and we'll pause it again. So that's basically it you get in terms of functionality. Let's go ahead and hit that one more time, pause it. Okay, so there we go. So that's the functionality you get out of those single buttons on each one. It doesn't really matter which one you're using, the left or the right. It's going to be the same thing. Oh, I should mention one other thing. It does have the ability to launch Google Assistant or Siri, or I guess Bixby if you choose. So that's a 2-second hold. You don't want to hold it too long because then it actually, there we go. So that works just fine. And you can see Google Assistant's working well there. So 2 seconds. If you hold it down too long, it'll actually shut them off. So just a heads up there. I'm going to set the phone off to the side. So that's awesome as well to have that Google Assistant or Siri functionality as well. In terms of battery life, so let's talk about that. So they claim 4 hours. I've been getting more like 3.5. If I'm listening to music quite loudly, it's more like 3 hours of battery life, which is pretty typical for a pair of true wireless earbuds. So these are certainly nothing amazing when it comes to battery life, but also not bad at all. When you think about the fact that you get 3.5 extra charges, or really more like 3 charges out of the case, you're going to get about 3.5 times 3, so almost 10 hours of battery life total. So you're not going to have to charge them up all that often. Now they don't feature any kind of fast charging in the case, so it does take a little over an hour to charge them up from 0 to 100% in the case. But again, you're not going to have to charge them up that often, because after about 3.5 hours, you'll need to charge them up again. And you really shouldn't have to go too long without having being able to use them, that is. Now, the last area I want to talk about is the call quality. So I already mentioned that they're dual microphones. Also, you're going to hear the other person from both earbuds, so that's awesome. So stereo phone calls coming in. But then in terms of the actual call quality, the person on the other end in general heard me very, very well, so there's no issues in terms of hearing me, but they don't do a great job of isolating noise from the outside, so this isn't something you'd want to use in a super noisy situation. So if you're in a subway and there's a lot of noise going on around you, or an office situation where maybe you're in a cubicle and there's a lot of people around you, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them. But if you're in a quiet environment, these things work fantastic for phone calls, so no issues there at all. But anyways, these are a quick look. Well, it's a quick look at the Letsfit True Wireless Earbuds, available right now on Amazon.com, as I mentioned earlier, for $40. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are these something that you would consider picking up? There's certainly some cheaper options out there, but there are also obviously much more expensive ones that have a little bit more features. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.